guys, it's ToProForuGames or Adam, and welcome back to another COD Zombies Top 10. Today we're going to go over 10 weapons you forgot existed here in COD Zombies. On our last Zombies Top 10, we did a little bit of a sound quiz, and for those of you who guessed a moon round chain sound, congratulations, you got it right. I saw a lot of you got it right in the comments of that video, so today I'm gonna make it a little bit harder. So I'm gonna go ahead and play a sound. I want you guys to guess what the sound is and what map it's from, and then I will see how many of you got it right down in the comments. Like I said, it's definitely a lot harder this time. I'm really curious to see how many of you get it right in the comments below. And of course, guys, if you haven't already, smash a like on today's video. That'd be amazing. Our goal's gonna be simple. Let's just see if we can smash 1,000 likes. And it's crazy to believe that in like 3 weeks, I'll be posting Black Ops 4 Zombies Top 10s. I honestly cannot wait, guys. It is almost here. And if you're new here, guys, smash that sub button for a ton of Zombies videos and streams when BO4 comes out. If you are subbed, make sure those notifications are turned on. And besides that, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the 10 weapons you forgot existed here in all of Call of Duty Treyarch Zombies. Starting things off here in the number 10 spot, we have the M1911 from World at War Zombies, and specifically the Pack-a-Punch version of this gun. Now, the reason why I think the M1911 is a forgettable gun within COD Zombies is because whenever we talk about the M1911 and Zombies, we all think of the Mustang and Sallies. And of course, that is in BO1, BO2, it's kind of in BO3, but BO1, BO2, the Sallies were absolutely just destructive weapons, and we don't really think of the one in World at War, which was just a single pistol. It wasn't two pistols, it was a single pistol, and it wasn't really all that great. It was okay. It wasn't a gun you would want to have all the time, but this is definitely one of those weapons that has been really forgotten within COD Zombies. Next up, in the number 9 spot, we have a gun from a Black Ops 1 Zombies, and that is the G11. The G11 is one of those guns that's just there. It wasn't that long ago that I was actually playing some BO1 Zombies, and I got this gun from the box, and for a good 5 seconds, I'm like, what gun is this? Like this isn't BO1 Zombies. The thing is with the G11 is, since it's an AR, it gets really overshadowed by pretty much every other AR in BO1, because most of the good guns in BO1, and there aren't that many, are kind of like all ARs. So all those great guns, you know, really overshadow the G11. On top of that, the G11 just doesn't do anything special to make it stand out compared to other ARs in BO1. Sure, it has a cool sight, but like the AUG has a cool sight, and that thing slays. The G11 has a cool sight, and the thing just kind of sucks. PAPT, you know, it has no ammo, it's automatic, and you just burn through ammo so fast. The G11 is just such a forgettable gun within COD Zombies. Next up, in the number 8 spot, we have the Type 100 from World War Zombies, and this is kind of a weird one for me because I do have, you know, some memory of using this gun back in World War. I'm pretty sure this gun is only on Doris. I don't think it's on Noct, Chino, or Vrucht. Maybe I'm wrong. I probably am wrong, but the only memory I have of this gun is on Doris, and I know it is a wall buy where the HVK is in BO3 the Giant, so in World at War, that is the Type 100, also in BO1 as well, and this gun just isn't anything special. On World at War, you know, the Thompson was such a powerful, awesome, great point gun in those early rounds, and I think that one weapon alone kind of really overshadowed the Type 100. On top of all that, it's just in a spot on the map that no one really ever goes to, and on top of the Thompson, you have guns like the MP40, which is iconic, you have the PPSH, which is legendary on Doris in World at War, and a lot of weapons just really overshadow this gun right here. Next up in the number 7 spot, I have a gun that might not be as forgotten as some of the other guns on my list so far, and that is the VR11. Since this weapon is a wonder weapon, it's kind of tough to forget about a wonder weapon within COD Zombies, but since Call of the Dead actually has 2 of them, I feel like the Scavenger, greatly overshadows this gun right here. And on top of that, the VR11 really isn't an impressive gun. Like, when you play Call of the Dead, do you ever actually want to get this thing? Because I definitely don't. I think, the ray gun or Sally's or PhD is better than this thing right here. So since the gun really isn't that great, and there's 2 wonder weapons on Call of the Dead, the weapon just is completely irrelevant. And next up in the number 6 spot, I have a weapon that actually inspired me to make this video, and that is the Type 25. So I was streaming a 2-box like a couple of days ago when I'm actually recording this audio, and I got this gun for the box, and someone's like, damn, that is such a forgettable weapon. I'm like, you know what? That's actually a really good idea for a top 10, and here I am right now. And the guy was right. The Type 25 is hands down the most forgettable gun in Black Ops 2 Zombies. Okay, well, it's in the 6th spot, so maybe it's not the most forgettable gun in COD Zombies, but still, the Type 25 isn't really even that bad of a gun. A lot of these guns on today's list, they aren't bad. They're just guns that no one really ever uses, right? When you think of ARs in BO2 Zombies, you have a lot of really awesome ARs. For example, the A94 is probably the best, and it's a wall gun. Then you have guns like the TAR or the M8A1, which is like secretly really damn good, or the Galil. There are so many good guns. And then there's this gun that is decent, but it's just a gun that no one really ever likes to use. Next up, we are going to move over to Mob of the Dead and talk about the Death Machine. The Death Machine is a gun that was kind of hyped up, right? The thought of having a Death Machine in the box was insane because BO2 did not have a Death Machine drop. It was in BO1 and then in BO3. And then you have this gun in the box on Mob of the Dead that was expected to be amazing, and when the map first came out and people knew about it, there was hype. But the thing is, this gun, it just really isn't good, especially for a map like Mob of the Dead. The hype died really quickly, and now it's one of those guns that is just so incredibly forgettable. Next up in the number 4 spot, we have the Remington New Model Army from Buried, and this is kind of similar to the Death Machine because this gun right here was kind of hyped up when it was, first introduced on Buried because it was kind of a new gun and it was a themed weapon for Buried, which was really cool and interesting. But this gun right here, I don't understand this gun. Maybe it's just me, but this is a reskin of the Python. Like, same stats, same ammo, but it feels so much worse. I don't know why. It's really not an amazing gun. Since this weapon is a themed gun on Buried, it should have been a lot better, and I think this is one of those guns on today's list that's kind of forgettable and overlooked because it just really isn't that great. And next up in the number 3 spot, we're gonna go over to Black Ops 3 Zombies, and one thing that a lot of the BO3 DLC maps have are a ton of DLC weapons from MP, and the one DLC gun from MP that I think is hands down the most forgettable gun in BO3 Zombies is the Peacekeeper Mark II. I think this thing was really good in MP, then in Zombies, it was added in on Revelations, and Revelations is a lot of things going on with weapons. The Peacekeeper Mark II is just one of those guns that's just there, and I don't know you guys, but it's a gun that I use like once or twice. I realized it was kind of bad, and I never ever use it. When you look at all of the DLC guns that were added in on Revelations in BO3 Zombies, you have the Rift E9, you have the Banshee Shotgun, which are such unique weapons. Then you have the M1927, which is a fan favorite point machine weapon. And then you have the Peacekeeper Mark II, which is a gun that kind of blends into all the weapons here in BO3. It's nothing special, and on top of that, it just doesn't really do all that much damage. You know, like Pack-a-Punch round 20, sure it kills, but a lot of guns get kills on round 20 in BO3 because it's BO3 zombies. So this is another one of those guns that is kind of forgettable just because it kind of sucks. In the number 2 spot, I have another wonder weapon, and this one, for a lot of you, again, since it is a wonder weapon, it's not crazy forgettable, but since it is a wonder weapon, it's a gun that isn't talked about all that much, and that is the sweeper from Mob of the Dead. So I think it's fair to say, when you play Mob of the Dead and you're going for a high round or you want to have the best gun, the best thing to do is to get the Blunder Gats and then turn it into the Acid Gats and then Pack-a-Punch it, and you have the Vitrolic Withering, which is hands down the best gun on Mob. But if you don't turn that Blunder Gat into the Acid Gat and just pad the Blunder Gat, you get the Sweeper, and the Sweeper, it's okay. Like, it kind of gets a lot of crawlers, which is really annoying, like in the mid-round 20s. So since the Sweeper really isn't all that good in the first place, it still is decent, but I think a lot of people are so accustomed to the Vitrolic Withering being that go-to gun on Mob that this gun is just kind of forgotten about. Finishing off our list here in the number 1 spot, I have a gun that really isn't all that crazy. It's not like I'm about to throw a massive wonder weapon at you that you guys are like, oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that. This is just a gun that's in zombies that no one ever talks about. And that is the Arasaka on Shinonuma in World at War Zombies. This gun is essentially the Kar 98K reskinned. I believe the Arasaka is a Japanese weapon. That's why it is in Shinonuma, since Shinonuma, of course, is like a Japanese zombies map. But the Arasaka, it's bad. Like, it's a bad, horrible wall gun in the starting room. It is in maybe multiplayer World at War. I know it's in the campaign for sure, but the Arasaka, it's nothing special. And even if you played this map in World at War, you know, I'm sure you probably even overlooked this thing, because I don't know why you would want to buy a gun like this in COD Zombies, because it's just so bad and so useless. So there you have it, guys. Those are 10 weapons here in COD Zombies you guys probably completely forgot existed. Some because they're bad and there's a reason why we forget they exist, and some are just forgotten for no reason at all, like for example that Type 25. I don't know why. It's not that bad. Anyways, guys, that's gonna go ahead and conclude today's video. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more COD Zombies content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.